Commodore for a lap of the Mount Panorama circuit here in Bathurst. Just an awesome bit of road, 6.2 Ks of maybe the best racetrack, certainly in Australia and Australasia, but maybe the best in the world. We're here to talk you through a lap of this fantastic racetrack. It's been very wet this morning in practice here at Bathurst, and we're still trying to come to grips with the track as it's changing, as it's drying. Running at the moment on a wet set of tyres. Come through the last corner, up to the start-finish line under the bridge, up to third gear, into fourth gear, trying to follow the dry line. Hard on the brakes here about the 100-metre board. Down to second gear for the first turn, Hell's Corner. Get a good line, so important to get a good run out of there. Nice and smooth on the throttle, not too much understeer. Carry the momentum. Cooling the tyres a little bit on the wet part of the track. As the track starts to dry, the wet tyres start to go off a little bit, so we're trying to look after them, but very important to be on the dry line for the braking and certainly for the corner. So turn 2, down from 5th, down to 2nd in the wet, losing a lot of speed into here at the moment because of the dampness. So we're down to 2nd, usually in 3rd in the dry, accelerating up this hill, which looks nowhere near as steep as what it actually is in the real life, into the cutting. Down to 2nd, important to carry the speed through here as the track just keeps on climbing out of this corner. Short shift up to 3rd gear now, through this section, staying off the white line, staying off the curbs, which are still very damp. Tyres don't like the wet, slippery, painted curbs. Out of this section, up to 4th gear through Reed Park, down to the famous great section of the track, dropping away, undulating part of the racetrack. Now accelerating to McPhillamy Park, over the brow, looking for that dry line that we've just got on the track here, drying ever so slightly every lap. Track's getting faster over Skyline, very famous part of this track, through the S's, down to 2nd gear. Heading into the 4X Gold Dipper, awesome bit of the racetrack, but very slippery at the moment. Short shifting early to 3rd gear, accelerating out of there, very careful on the throttle not to get some wheel spin. Around into Forest Elbow, dropping away. 2nd gear, important to get such a good run out of here if possible, but in these conditions, very hard to do. 3rd, up to 4th, the circuit is losing altitude very quickly at this point as we're accelerating up to near on 300 Ks. Down Conrod, fastest a V8 supercar does anywhere in the country by far. See the chase appearing ahead of us. Important in these conditions not to get too wide there at the entry to the chase. Following the dry line, hard on the brakes. Down to 2nd gear from 6th. Turn in, use a bit of curb here as the track starts to dry. Important to get that throttle down nice and smooth. Get the traction, use all the road under the Armour Bridge, down to the last corner, 4th, 3rd, down to 2nd, turn in for the last turn, accelerating out under the Supercheap Auto Bridge to complete a lap at Bathurst. I hope you enjoyed it. We're hoping for a bit better weather over the weekend so we can put in some fast times. Cheers.